I'm so glad that I started the manga after finishing season 1 of Witch Hat Atelier because, bro, what? I'm telling you, every chapter is so good. We're still in the cave and they're still doing that test. So Miss Alera is helping Coco get up because they're trying to like find a got and the other kids. But since they're in that magical cave, it's just hard to tell if they're on the floor or ceiling. Like they don't know where they're at. As that is happening, all these walls start coming around them and surrounding them. Luckily, Kefir was on P's and Q's and he really like hurried up, got Miss Alera out the way, and actually trapped the brim cap dude. Every time my boy Kefir sees a brim cap, bro, dudes just lose his mind, bro. You really got to get the backstory about what happened to him, bro, because it had been tragic. Because, bro, my boy's obsessed. Even Alera calling him a fool because he just like left Dash without a care while being hurt. Tetsuya and Coco plead to go help Kefir. She's kind of hesitant at first, but Tetsuya had a solution that they're gonna hide under this sand tent that she made. Alera's still kind of like iffy of going because I don't know. She's scared, bro. That's why. She's scared. She don't want to fuck with the brim cat, bro. She already got abducted by him earlier. Before leaving, she gives them a spell. It's like a wind barrier spell and tells them to use it if they like in danger at all. After she leaves, Coco starts drawing simple spells that are going to be handy for later, like bandages, full hold to make it easier to climb. Tetsuya thinks that's an amazing idea and she's about to also help out. But you remember that furry friend thing? He dashes towards Coco because in fear. And Coco is just like, what are you scared of? Moments later, we see this scaly wolf. We know who it is. It's Yui. Coco and Tetsuya don't know that now, and they just think it's a scaled wolf. They know that it's hurt. What you know about animals that are hurt, they're way more aggressive. As Yui is rushing them, he gets attacked from the side from another scaled wolf, but it ends up being one of the bushy furball animals. I don't even know what you call those things. Psych, it was a god the whole time. She was wearing the disguise. Tetsuya and Coco are ecstatic that a god's alive. They're asking her about where the other two apprentices are, Reche and Uni. He informs her that Reche is good and she's out of the cave. But unlike Reche, Uni is not doing so well. He got hit with forbidden magic. As soon as she said forbidden magic, Coco knew is the wolf. Yui, like she's blown away. The god confirms that is Yui, and the brim cap turned his body into that. So now we catch up with Kefir and the brim cap dude. The brim cap guy is trying to make fun of Kefir for only using water technique. He tells him what part of my body you tend to hit because obviously he's bodiless. He makes fun of the pointed cap witches. They don't make spells for battles, and then proceeds to attack Kefir with his own physical attack and saying it's easier to attack something when you have something to hit, like a physical body. As Kefir is giving his rebuttal and casting magic with his foot at the same time, this dude is multitasking to another world. Kefir then drops a master class and tells him that spells are carefully tailored for battle, aid, and daily life. It all boils down to fundamentals, bro, and how you apply them. Takes a dig at his master, saying he probably didn't instill that knowledge in you. Still, the brim cap is not worried because he's like, you can't hit me with anything. I have no physical body. Kefir just glides right past him and tells him that he may not train to fight, but he trains to read spells, and that's in his daily life. It only takes him one glance to understand your magic and its weaknesses. That is low-key kind of OP ability to have. Also, just look at this panel, this artwork. It was amazing. He starts to cast a spell. Oh, rushing wave. Bring me the one I seek. Now, a gush of water just pushes out and starts going down the serpent's road. And then the water brings back this man wearing a turban, hiding his face. Kefir and the brim cap finally meet face to face. He talks about he knew something was up, that it doesn't matter how good you are at forbidden spells, that you cannot freely fly in this cave. So he was splashing him with water just to see what's the connection to it. Then the brim cap guy starts talking about his cape and its ability. Now he could basically remotely use it. Even Kefir is like, bro, that deception is so easy. Like even my apprentices would know to do better. Then we get to see a close-up of his face, and it's like some cat mutated human thing. Kefir could tell this is the cause of forbidden magic going wrong. Kefir asks the brim cap dude if he knows him. He asks if there's like a brim cap with a visage like him. Obviously, this confirms a connection between the brim caps and Kefir, but the guy had no knowledge of the guy that he was speaking of because they all meet with brim caps, so they don't, like, appearance is not a good clue to find who he's talking about. Alera calls out to Kefir and gets him distracted. Brim cap dude gets free and talks about even though this is a little inconvenience, it's not going to deter from our main goal. As Kiefer's yelling at him, what is your goal? What are you here to accomplish? I'm not gonna lie, this artwork of the brim cap dude just looks so sinister with those three eyes. Then we see a scene of Coco and Yui and they're running away from him. As they finally get to safety, Agat tells Coco that the Brim Caps call her the Child of Hope. Of course, she is shocked to hell. Like, what? She doesn't even know she knows anyone from the Brim Caps. Then the Brim Cap guy is telling Kiefer his plan to get Coco to use forbidden magic, help validate the outlawed magic and make it more relevant, and take the possibilities of forbidden magic to new heights. Agat tells her a plan that they are planning on telling Coco that they're planning on making you use forbidden magic. That's why they planned on changing Yui's body to get her to pursue her to save him, basically. And I think that was a bad idea for Agat to tell her that, because you see in the previous chapter where she was even sad about the golden statues passing away. Here we can see Agat, after Agat tells Coco that, Coco literally gets up right away and aims straight towards Uni, and with her pin in her hand. And I really think she's gonna save him. She doesn't see it as forbidden magic. She sees it as saving people. I think that's why the Brimcats love her. I don't know how they even decided to pick her out of everyone. But oh my god, dude, these chapters are so good.